So the volatility continues in the markets. Let's have a market update, guys, across about what's going on. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders, before I do start, I am running a masterclass today. And on that masterclass that I'm running today, I'm going to share with you the 3 secrets. First secret is exactly what I had to do. The one thing I had to learn that took me from $250,000 in debt. I lost $250,000 trading to then becoming a full-time trader. And now I've been a full-time trader well over a decade now, making full-time income from trading. The very first thing. The second thing you're going to learn is exactly step by step by step. The trading system is absolutely just crushing it. Like even just this week alone, just, oh my goodness, me and my private clients are crushing it. I'm going to share with you exactly what that is. And the third thing, I'm going to share with you exactly my scanning process, how I find these trades and the scanning process that I use. So I find these trades literally within say 5-10 minutes of me going through the scans, I can find trades and it's just amazing. So if you are struggling with the trading right now, or you need help, you're looking for a good trading system, you're not sure what's going on, then go to johnsfreetraining.com, johnsfreetraining.com, and I promise you this will help you out. Go over there right now, guys. So the volatility continues in the markets. Look at the volatility. The volatility is just going absolutely just crazy right now. Gold has hit the 2,000 mark, which I thought, which I knew it was going to hit the 2,000 mark. I just didn't know how fast it would actually happen there. And I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. So gold's up 3%. We've got silver as well too. Silver's up over 3% as well too. We're starting to get that big boom in the markets there, right? But let me get onto the stock market first, and then we'll go from here. So stock market has continued to roll over. You can see what actually happened today. So you can see how that the market actually opened, it rallied up, and came down and closed low. So right now we're getting towards a bit of a double bottom here. I wouldn't be too surprised to see this actual bottom actually break. We are making a lower high now, a lower high, and now we're actually rolling over. So I wouldn't be too surprised, guys, to see more downside to come in the markets. But the interesting thing about this, guys, is here's the thing. I actually did my weekly live coaching session that I do for my private clients yesterday. And the big thing I was telling them yesterday was I was talking to them about where we are in the cycle of things. The wrong thing that a lot of traders do in environments like this is they focus so much on the now and they continue to think that the now is always going to be. The really interesting thing that I've learned about life, right? If you look back over life in general, let's actually just be real here. This too shall pass. I was listening to an interview / talk, and it had like some of the big famous actors there, like Adam Sandler. I think Chris Rock was there as well too. And then a few other sort of big name celebrities. And they were around the table, and one of them I think it was Tom Hanks, the guy who plays Catch Me If You Can. Leave a comment below, guys, if you know exactly what I'm talking about here, right? Is it Tom Hanks? Is that his name? Yeah, Tom Hanks. I just had to look that up, so I make sure I wasn't BSing your asses. So yes, I had to look it up. Tom Hanks. So anyway. And he was saying, the really interesting thing, he was talking, it's like, if you're having a really, 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 really good time in life, this too shall pass. If you're having a really, 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 really bad time, this too shall pass. If we're going through the biggest pandemic in 100 years, this too shall pass. And I really want you to think about that when it comes to cycles of things. Okay, this too shall pass. What we're going through right now, this too shall pass. And so right now in the moment, we're on the thick of it. A lot of people, when they're in the moment of this, they really focus on, oh my goodness, Ukraine crisis, it's all over, the big sell-off. Yes, there's probably more selling to come. And in my last few market updates, I've talked about how there's some major significant trend lines coming into play through here. And so we could even come back down towards these levels here and then start to see a bit of a bounce. We may even break this low here once again, test these lows once again, a bit of a double bottom, maybe even flush these lows when it comes to here. But if you're, one thing I really want to encourage you to do is in these moments of here is think about the markets as cycles. When things look really bad, this is the time you want to be alert and not so emotionally so drawn into the media, right? Because the media is there. All right, so don't get me started. I'm not going to go there. It's like, oh, rubbishing rabbit. So the purpose of me telling you what I've just said there, guys, is that please don't be sucked in. Like people can make such really good decisions if they just look at the thing from a factual evidence. Yes, what's happening right now is not good around the world, right? But guess what? This too shall pass. So yeah, we're probably going to get some more downside to come. We've got the fear and greed index pegging its little titter right here at 13. And look at this here. Look where we are right now. It's just coming down to here. We are getting almost to the here's the really interesting thing, guys. Think about this for a minute. Look where we are right now. We are almost at the maximum fear in the markets right now as we were back when the whole COVID. Now, when the COVID thing happened, yes, guess what, guys? Yes, it was uncertain, right? No one knew what was going to happen. And that's why the market freaked out. And it was maximum fear in the markets, right? Think about this for a minute. Maximum fear, especially that first month, right? Especially in March. When March happened, it was like everything shut down, everything locked down. It was fearful, right? Because in that time, no one knew what was going to happen. And it was maximum fear in the markets. But I really want you to think about this for a minute. If we have a look, and let me actually bring this up here. I'm going to bring up the weekly chart here from the S&P 500 for a minute. Right? Actually, you know what? Let's just do this here. I want to bring up a weekly chart here of just no... look at this here. Right, think about this here, guys. Let's actually look at this from a logical point of view. But John, you don't understand. This time's different. Okay. All right? Just hear me out. Firstly, when we're looking at the market from a big picture, not from today. Yeah, this is today. Or this is this week here. All right? And this is next week in the week. All right, you get it? So, but look at this here. If you look at this here, this is just from right now we had a very big move up, and now we're just doing what? We're going through what? A pullback. This is not the end of the world. Please, guys, please. This is not the end of the world. Look what's happening here. We're just going through a pullback through here. But the really interesting thing is, look at this here. Right there was where most people were maximum fear. What happened to the market when there was maximum fear in the markets? Something to think about. And then the market did what? The market do. And then the market do, right? Look what's happening now. We're coming back down here. So if we got a little bit more of a flush to the downside and we actually got it down to here, and we actually got down to here, I wonder what's coming down the road when that happens in the market. Oh, John, but this time's different. Okay. If you actually look back prior, see this here? So this was, if it does get to here, and then this what happened here in 2020. When was the last time prior to 2020 where the fear and greed index actually got down to really like basically where it is now, but down to extreme levels, like almost just pegging at maximum fear? When was that? It was when? It was 2019. It was right here. It was what? At the bottom of the market. So really good investors around the world, I want you to really, they see this, and it's important to see the market as it is and really not get so sucked into what's actually, because as you can see, right, if you look at it from a big picture perspective and forget the money side of things, right? The emotion side of things. If you think about it, right, we're only going through this. That's all the market's done. It's just from there to there. But guess what? The people are doing, right? They're maximum fear in the markets. So from there, traders, this is not the big massive crash in the markets. Yes, we're probably going to get a bit more downside to come. We're going to get that fear and greed index pegging its little you know, maximum fear. Then we're probably going to find a bottom, and that's going to be a major bottom, and we're probably going to make a massive, you watch traders, you watch. This thing is going to be a massive slingshot move to the upside. Not right now. Right, probably got a little bit more downside to come to shake out even more weak hands, and even maybe come down to 4,000. That's that sort of that major support level there. Maybe even come back down to there. But that there's a massive probability we're getting towards the end, right? This here is probably getting towards the end of a big move down. And then if you ask me, which I do say, is that I see a 5,000 plus print by the end of the year. Now, I actually have a lot higher targets. I have an aggressive target of 6,000. John, you're nuts. That's not going to happen. Traders, we're only at the start of March. Anything can happen in the next 10 months, right? Firstly. Secondly, is that my conservative target is a 5,000 plus print. That's my conservative target in the markets there. So that's what I'm seeing there right now, traders. Let's go have a look at gold in the markets. Now, gold, look at gold. Gold actually just took off. Now, this just brings home so much of what I've been talking about here in the markets. And that is when we get a period of quietness in the markets, we get a period of big moves in the markets. Big moves in the markets here. Now, and I was saying all last year, for people that are investing through here, people that were investing in here, if you're investing and you're accumulating gold, not trading is a different thing, right? If you're investing, be patient. Your time will come. Well, guess what? Your time has come. And guess what? This is just the start. We're on our way to 3,000. Well, I don't know that for sure, but my first target was 2,000, right? I was hoping, like, I am long as an investment opportunity in gold, but as a trading opportunity, I was hoping to get a bit more of a pullback here, so I could actually trade the bounce and then ride it to 2,000. But right now, guys, my target right now, what we're seeing the big breakout that's happening. It's happening right now. It's exactly what I've been talking about for the big picture here. And again, you guys have heard me probably, if you guys have been following me for the last 12 months, you know, when there's not much going on, we have a lot going on. And I even did a video about that on the DAX yesterday as well too. And now we actually hit my very first target, which was 2,000. We're on our way to 3,000. I'm just hoping. Well, actually, again, guys, I'm actually in gold. I've been in gold. I accumulated gold back through 2021, and I bought gold also back in 2019. So I'm long-term gold. But here's the thing. Here's the little thing here. I want to also trade. I also want a trading opportunity as well too. So I'm waiting for some sort of a pullback out of this here, guys. So again, the worst thing to do is try to get involved with gold up here, because you never know when this is going to sort of stop and give a bit of a pullback before we see a big rally again. But I do see this thing's probably on its way to 3,000 now when it comes to gold. But we may even get a bit of a pause because we are at that major resistance level there. Silver has also had a bit of a breakout as well too. Right, silver's actually nicely broken out. I've got a target which is just that next resistance level on silver, which is around possibly around even that $30 level, which is that major high point up there. The $28 level is that next resistance level there. So it's probably on a sort of conservative target is that level there, which is that 28 level there. We had a big massive double bottom, and now we're breaking out. We're really these metals, guys, right now as we speak, are really starting to heat up. And those who have been part of the metals and miners sector have been having to go through a lot of volatility and a lot of gyrations. And now on the other side, things are really kicking up here as well too. The GDX actually hit my very first target. It happened a lot quicker than I thought it was going to happen. I did a video here saying that what I'd love to see is I'd love to see the GDX actually just give a bit more sideways and then give us a breakout and then go for a run. Well, look what happened with the GDX. It actually, that was my line there. 40 was my target, and it hit the nail on the head and then rejected, and that's where it is right now today as well too. So that's actually just getting started under the way as well too. The GDXJ, which I'm actually in myself. I'm not in the GDX, but I'm in the GDXJ. A long-term investment, that is. That's actually starting to break out of its channel as well too. We're starting to make a very nice headway to the upside. So that's looking really good as well too. The GDXJ, guys, oh my goodness, like look at this thing, guys. It's just, beautiful, call it a flag formation, right? Let's just call it a beautiful flag, right? Beautiful flag, weekly flag, and then a weekly breakout. Look at that there. It's just starting to break out now from this beautiful, like a couple of year sideways. Remember I said before, when there's not much going on for a long time, we get what? What's happening right now? Something to think about. Right. That's the SILJ. Let's go to that one there. We had a little bit of a poke. It's headed back above this resistance level around that $14 level up to $15 level there. We actually had a little rejection point there. Again, guys, I wouldn't be too surprised to get at least a bit of a pullback here first. I'd actually like to see that to let the market reset a bit after this move up, reset a little bit, and then actually go for another run again. And then also another one that I'm actually in as well too, which is that SIL. I'm actually in SIL myself. And so we had a low, high low, and had a very nice up bar today. Again, just a bit of reversal. The SIL has been the lackluster out of all the mining sector. If you go and have a look at, say, for example, the SILJ, you can see the SILJ is actually already at its significant resistance over here. The GDX is already it's actually broken past this resistance and at its next significant resistance. The GDX is actually then right at its resistance level there as well too, as you can see, from there to there. But the SIL is not even at its resistance through here. This is right here is where all the other ones here, and then right here, this is where the GDX is right now as well too, up here. So the SIL has a lot to catch up with. So I wouldn't be too surprised, guys, to see SIL have some really big moves to start to catch up to the other miners. Because again, if you look at the SIL, look what the SIL is. The SIL is what? At this resistance level here. The GDX is actually at its previous resistance, which is up there as well too. So the SIL to me looks like it's going to start to make some really big moves out of there. Now, I want to talk energy. Traders, please do not be chasing energy right now. Energy is the wrong thing to chase. This has already made a very big move. You do not be getting into something that's already made a big move. The probability is really low. What you want to do is you want to wait for a pullback. If you remember, what did I do? If you've been watching me for the whole year, go back and watch my videos from the start of the year. I got in here, right? Why did I get in here on the XIL or XLE? Why? Because it was in an upward trend, higher low, and it was after a pullback. Get in after the pullback, right? At least get in here after the pullback. Don't be getting into something when it's already made a very big move and now we're hitting significant resistance up here, because there's a really good probability. Look at this major resistance up here that we're at right now, right? This whole $80 area is a significant resistance, and we've already made a very big move up. So please don't be chasing something right now because you think it's going to keep going up. Wait for the pullback first, and then do what you want to do there. And that's just make sure you keep that under control when it comes to that there. Let's go have a look at this. Let's just go have a look at the good old Bitcoin. The Bitcoin. All right. Because it is bitter. You know what, traders? I'm so grateful that I listened to what I know about these markets, and that is all through last year. I had so many people through here and so many people through here calling me an idiot because I wasn't part of Bitcoin, and you don't understand, John, and all this sort of stuff. But I'm like, no. And I told all my private clients, I'm not getting involved with this. There's too many people excited about this thing. I'm not getting involved with it. Right? Remember I said before about the stock market. When people are really, 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 really fearful, that's probably a good buying opportunity. When people are really greedy, oh, it's going to $1 million. Oh, you don't understand. I made $6 million from the crypto market. Oh my goodness. When people are greedy, be fearful, which I was. I was very fearful here. So that's the reason why I'm not in the good old Bitcoin. I'm not saying it's a good long-term investment. I don't know. I would rather have my money in the mining sector. That just makes sense to me. And gold, which I do, right? I don't have any money in the good old Bitcoin. And the thing is, guys, is that I trade based off what I know has a massive probability of working out. Trading, I don't know how Bitcoin's going to work in this environment when the inflation is inflation's been going up, but Bitcoin's been getting smashed lately. Like, how does that work? Why is gold going up now and Bitcoin's going down? Right? So it's the yin and the yang, right? It's the yin and the yang. it's like, oh, but people are selling. Why? Maybe people are selling Bitcoin to buy gold now. Oh, I tell ya, I just got the finger from a lot of Bitcoin, followers. Dislike. Oh, that's right. The dislike doesn't work anymore. So anyway, traders, that's the market update for me today. Once again, traders, I want you to go to johnsfreetraining.com. There should be a link in the description. Make sure you head over there right now, traders. Traders can be amazing. It can be so incredible. And there's so many amazing opportunities right now, even on the long side. Like some of my most successful trades this week alone, and have been from the long side, from different stocks. So head over to johnsfreetraining.com. On there, the very first thing I'm going to talk to you about is how I went from $250,000 in debt to actually almost quitting to then becoming a full-time trader. Then I'm also going to teach you step by step exactly the most highest probability trading pattern on the planet, what the entry is, and so on and so forth. Then I'm going to share with you exactly how I scan the markets to find these amazing opportunities, what to look for, and how to also I'm going to bit of a tidbit bonus in there as well too. I'm going to share with you the exact pattern I look for that can produce explosive, massive returns when these work out. And the really good thing about this is that when the pattern does form, your risk is really small, but your profit is sometimes 5, sometimes 10 to 1 risk. It's absolutely amazing. Again, I'm going to share that all with you on my next masterclass. So click on the link in the description and I'll see you in the next video.